All right, guys, welcome back to an updated video on the iPhone 6s. Yes, this phone is still in rotation, and I keep a SIM card in it regularly. This phone is really, really good. And in 2018, I can honestly still recommend it. For some people, you might say it's a great backup phone, but I actually use it as a daily driver for one of my phones. And when I roam about, I see a lot of younger people using iPhone 6s's. And I think parents are jumping on those great deals for 99 bucks. You can't beat this phone for 99 bucks. This phone is still getting updated this long in its lifespan. And I think that speaks volumes with Apple compared to how Android does things. So we're going to look at the cameras in this video, and we're just going to talk a little bit. So let's get it started. Here is the iPhone 6s at 4K at 30 frames per second. And this phone still holds its own. Check that out. It's kind of a windy day out. It's beautiful. Fall weather. It's probably about 55 degrees out, kind of windy. It's a little cool out. It's cooler than normal. This is 4K at 30 frames per second. And when this hardware first came about, we thought it was just the most premium thing ever. And to this day, it actually still pretty premium. You do get the smaller screen on this phone. This is pretty much the iPhone 7 and 8's body, or screen size and body and everything is pretty much the same. But the great part about this phone is you can grab it now for 99 bucks free. You can just find it everywhere brand new. And a phone like this, you might think is dated or you shouldn't buy it. But I'm telling you from experience, this phone runs just as fast as my current iPhones that I have, the 10, the 10R, all these phones that I've purchased, they run just like this. The difference you'll see is probably in the camera quality. This has that single camera cutout back there with that dual tone LED flash. Now you think about when this phone came out. Consider that, how long ago this phone came out. Now Apple hasn't changed the design of their devices much at all, but this is still working. An advantage to this phone I've learned is that people like that they has a headphone jack. The speaker quality on here isn't that loud. The phone is extremely dated in design. You can see the antenna lines on this model. That's how old this phone is, and you can see how far Apple has come. But yet and still, you get that fingerprint reader down there, and you get an overall good experience with this phone. I've had this phone so long, and the reason it looks brand new is because it's been in an OtterBox, but I took it out for the purposes of this video. Now, I could use this phone like as a main phone, but I use it as a secondary phone because I need this phone number for certain things. But a lot of you guys could definitely use this as a daily driver with no hesitation. You should be able to use this as a daily driver. And especially, I see people saying that it's for young people and things like that. I think this is just a good phone. And in 2018, I can still recommend this phone over several Android phones out there that might be in the same price range, especially when it comes to the camera quality. There's not a lot of phones out there that are 99 bucks or free and with this type of hardware and camera quality and software performance and updates. This is running the latest version of iOS. And how many phones do you know from Android that are in this price range running the latest version of Android? Probably none. So overall, man, I really like this phone still. It's used daily. more so for phone calls. And I have all my social media apps on here. Every now and then I might pick this up and, check some social media. But other than that, This is predominantly used for phone calls and text messages and things like that. So the iPhone 6S in 2018 easily can still be recommended by me as a good deal. So I recommended people to get the iPhone 10R if they just wanted the latest specs and everything. But overall, folks, I would tell you, if you can grab one of these for $100, grab it. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. So it's your man Jay Will. Hope you enjoyed a little updated video for 2018. I'm still using the iPhone 6S. I really am. Like, there's a phone number and a SIM card. It's the real deal. It's your man Jay. I will keep this phone in rotation until I decide to move it on to something else. But honestly, if I update this line right here, it's going to be to like a 8 probably. You know, just so I can have wireless charging or the better camera, something like that. I don't really see the reason for me to switch this phone out, though, because it actually still works great. And maybe I'll see how long I can hold on to this phone and keep it in this pristine condition. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.